Attila the Hun. His name alone has become synonymous with terror and destruction. Known as the Scourge of God, he was one of history's most fearsome leaders, ruling a vast empire and striking fear into the hearts of Europe during the 5th century. But who was he really? What made him such a powerful and feared figure? Let's dive into the life and legacy of Attila the Hun. Attila was born around the year 406 AD into the ruling family of the Huns, a nomadic group from Central Asia. The Huns were a fierce and mobile people, known for their skill as horsemen and their ability to strike quickly, leaving chaos in their wake. By the time Attila rose to power, the Huns had migrated westward into Europe, pushing out other tribes and threatening the Roman Empire itself. Attila became co-ruler of the Huns in 434 AD, alongside his brother Bleda. Together they expanded the Hunnic Empire, forcing neighboring tribes to submit and pay tribute. However, Attila wasn't content to share power. In 445 AD, he allegedly murdered Bleda, taking full control of the Huns. With Attila as their sole leader, the Huns became even more aggressive and ambitious. What made Attila such a formidable force? For one, he was a brilliant and ruthless military strategist. He used the Huns' superior mobility to devastating effect, conducting swift raids and disappearing before his enemies could mount a proper defense. He also had a gift for psychological warfare, spreading fear through stories of his brutality. Entire cities would surrender without a fight rather than face his wrath. Attila's most infamous campaigns were against the Roman Empire. By the 5th century, the once mighty empire was divided into two halves: the Western Roman Empire, based in Ravenna, and the Eastern Roman Empire, centered in Constantinople. Both were struggling to fend off various barbarian groups, and the Huns took full advantage of this weakness. In 447 AD, Attila launched a massive invasion of the Eastern Roman Empire. His forces devastated the Balkans, destroying cities and leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. The Eastern Romans were forced to negotiate, agreeing to pay a massive annual tribute to keep the Huns at bay. This tribute made Attila incredibly wealthy, further solidifying his power. But Attila's ambitions didn't stop there. In 451 AD, he turned his attention to the Western Roman Empire. Legend has it that Attila's campaign was sparked by a bizarre love story. Honoria, the sister of the Western Roman Emperor Valentinian III, allegedly sent Attila a ring and a plea for help to escape an arranged marriage. Attila interpreted this as a proposal and demanded half of the Western Roman Empire as her dowry. When his demand was refused, he invaded Gaul, which is modern-day France. The Huns met their match at the Battle of the Catalonian Plains in 451 AD. This was one of the largest and bloodiest battles of the ancient world, with the Huns facing a coalition of Roman and Visigoth forces. Although Attila's forces were ultimately forced to retreat, he was not defeated outright. He regrouped and set his sights on Italy. In 452 AD, Attila invaded northern Italy, sacking cities and spreading terror. However, his campaign was cut short, possibly due to famine and disease among his troops. According to legend, Pope Leo I met Attila and persuaded him to withdraw, though the exact details of this meeting remain a mystery. Some say it was divine intervention, others believe Attila saw no strategic value in continuing the campaign. Attila's reign of terror came to an unexpected end in 453 AD. On the night of his wedding to a young bride named Ildiko, Attila reportedly died of a nosebleed or a burst blood vessel. The circumstances of his death remain unclear, but his passing marked the beginning of the end for the Hunnic Empire. Without his leadership, the Huns quickly lost their power, and their empire disintegrated within a few decades. So why does Attila the Hun still captivate our imaginations today? For one, his story is a reminder of how one person can change the course of history. Attila's campaigns weakened the already struggling Roman Empire, contributing to its eventual collapse. His life also highlights the clash between nomadic and settled civilizations, a recurring theme throughout history. Attila was not just a warlord, he was a symbol of the chaos and uncertainty of his time. To the Romans, he was the ultimate barbarian, a scourge sent by God to punish them for their sins. To his own people, he was a hero, a leader who brought them wealth and glory. His legacy depends on who's telling the story, but one thing is certain: Attila the Hun left an indelible mark on history. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this journey into the past, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating stories from history.